The first blush of dawn was seeping into the languid sky, casting long shadows over the quiet town of Silver Spring. As the tendrils of daybreak began to awaken suburban life, a lone figure, Alex Rain, moved silently along the neat rows of houses. He was a man of profound contrast, soft-spoken yet assertive, young but bearing the weight of an old soul, eyes simultaneously betraying the wisdom of experience and the haunting specter of trauma. Alex's destination was a quaint antique shop nestled between modern facades, an anomaly bearing the wisdom of forgotten ages. Its eclectic windows, a kaleidoscope of porcelain figures, ancient manuscripts, and cryptic jewelry masked the mysteries that lay within. Upon entry, the air seemed to thicken, laden with the scent of dust and aged wood. The walls were adorned with curios from different eras, each item humming with a history both familiar and distant. Taking in the sensory overload, he felt an invisible force tethering him to the place, reminding him of the ghosts of his past. The shop owner, a wizened man named Douglas, appeared from the shadows. His eyes held the glossiness of secrets untold, and his voice echoed the timbre of forgotten lore. Their conversation, meandering through the shop's eccentric clientele and odd transactions, skirted around the edges of deception. Alex's keen instincts, honed through years of navigating the darkest recesses of human behavior, picked up on subtle incongruities in Douglas's narrative. Later, under the fading sunlight, he found himself in a quaint cafe, delving deeper into the case files. The hints of fraudulent dealings, the shadowy figures visiting the shop, the cryptic entries in Douglas's ledger, they all led towards a nexus of mystery far more complex than what it initially seemed. Each puzzle piece seemed to echo the fragments of his fractured past, stoking the embers of his PTSD. The past and the present seemed to be spiraling into one another, igniting his motivation to seek the truth. Evening fell, and he returned to his apartment, his shrine to solitude. As he stared into the abyss of the city lights, he felt an inexplicable connection to the antique shop and the unfolding mystery. A strange whisper in his subconscious warned him of a darkness far more potent than mere fraud. A shiver of apprehension and anticipation ran down his spine, for he was not just seeking to resolve the case, but also hoping to find a way to confront his own trauma. With that thought echoing in his mind, he gazed into the quiet night, feeling the allure of the coming darkness. The stage was set for the next chapter in his life, leading him deeper into the shadows of the past where a dark secret awaited to be unraveled. The dawn of a new day found Alex back at the antique shop, a magnet to the enigmatic lure it emanated. The morning light, seemingly deflected by the shop's charm, painted a world both ordinary and shrouded in mystery. As Alex stepped in, the familiar scent of time forgotten greeted him, a strange amalgam of dust and intrigue. Douglas, the shopkeeper, greeted him with a smile that held a cryptic edge. Their exchanges revolving around various antiquities concealed veiled hints. The word Eldroth, dropped like an inconsequential pebble, rippled through Alex's consciousness. The name, though alien, resonated with a peculiar familiarity, embedding itself in his thoughts and dreams. Over subsequent days, his investigation unraveled a tapestry of unspoken secrets. Conversations with other shop patrons and back-alley informants painted a nebulous image of a clandestine cult. As he sifted through the layers of deceit, the name Eldroth began to echo louder, hinting at an unseen, unfathomable connection. Night after night, his dreams were invaded by this newfound knowledge. Each instance of Eldroth became a catalyst, transforming his slumbers into cryptic nightmares. Scenes of ancient rituals and cosmic horrors bled into his subconscious, an eerie reminder of his own traumatic past. Yet every morning, he woke with a renewed purpose, determined to unearth the truth hidden beneath the murky layers. He found himself confronting a pivotal choice. The darkness he was exploring held a terrifying allure, promising a glimpse into a world beyond his understanding. It was dangerous, yes, but also strangely liberating. The prospect of venturing further offered an escape, a distraction from the prison of his own traumatic memories. His investigation led him deeper into the heart of Silver Spring, revealing an underbelly that teetered on the edges of the mundane and the supernatural. The town's ordinary facade began to crumble, revealing a backdrop that held the echo of ancient chants and unspeakable secrets. Each piece of evidence, every concealed whisper, drew him closer to the eldritch truth that seemed to intertwine with his own narrative. He stood at the precipice of this profound revelation. The investigation had become more than just a case. It was now a pathway that skirted the edges of sanity and the abyss. His past and present were intertwining into a single thread that was pulling him towards an inevitable encounter with the cult of shadows. As he turned the page of this chapter in his life, he was plunging into the labyrinthine world of Eldroth, a world that promised answers and yet held within it an abyss of cosmic horror. As the new dawn unfolded, Alex found himself traversing the borderlands of reality and the surreal. The antique shop, once a mere building of brick and mortar, now seemed a gateway to realms beyond human comprehension. Deep within the labyrinthine maze of the shop, he discovered a hidden cache of forbidden relics. Each artifact seemed a piece of a cosmic jigsaw, brimming with eldritch energy. A peculiar amulet caught his eye, a grotesque visage that seemed to stir familiar nightmares within him. As he touched it, a visceral connection hummed between them, whispers of ancient horrors echoing within his mind. As the days morphed into nights, and nights into days, his dreams became a theater of the bizarre. Cosmic horrors danced with shadows of his past, whispering the secrets of Eldroth. With each dream, his grip on reality began to loosen, yet instead of panic, a strange calm washed over him. The same horror that once sent ripples of terror through his PTSD-ridden psyche now felt oddly cathartic. His investigation was no longer confined to mere daylight hours. It seeped into his subconscious, blurring the boundaries of dreams and reality. Cryptic symbols, hushed whispers, and the alluring mysteries of Eldroth transformed his nightmares into a hauntingly beautiful tapestry of enigma. Each revelation seemed to draw him deeper into the vortex of madness. He was becoming a part of its narrative, a willing protagonist in a cosmic play written across eons. The lure of the new world, though terrifying in its implications, offered an irresistible call. It promised him power, knowledge, and above all, liberation from his past trauma. In his solitude, he began to experience profound changes. He started to view his trauma not as an oppressive burden, but as a potent key capable of unlocking the secrets of Eldroth. His pain, his past, his very existence started to weave into the intricate tapestry of the cosmic entity. He found himself standing at the edge of a precipice, peering into the swirling abyss. His past, the antique shop, the cult, all were threads in a web of cosmic design that he was now a part of. His nightmares, once the shackles of his traumatic past, were now the wings for his impending plunge into the cosmic abyss. As twilight heralded the close of another day, the serene town of Silver Spring lay oblivious to the cosmic drama unfolding within its heart. Alex, now a part of the Eldroth mythos, stood within the antique shop, gazing upon a world transformed by his newfound understanding. His path led him to a final confrontation with Douglas, who now revealed himself as the cult's head. Their discourse, heavy with the weight of cosmic secrets, filled the air with an electric charge. It was here that Alex was presented with the horrifying truth. Eldroth was a cosmic entity, a creature of the abyss that thrived on the echoes of human suffering and pain. The cult's aim was not merely to awaken it, but to fuse with its eldritch essence, a fate that now loomed over Alex. Caught within this maelstrom of revelations, he was confronted with his own reflection. His trauma, his pain, his nightmares. They were the very essence that Eldroth craved. Yet this realization was not met with fear, but with an unsettling calm. The allure was not just about power or knowledge. It was a promise of liberation, an escape from his own tormenting past. As the line between Alex and the entity blurred, his altruistic nature wrestled with the primal call of the cosmic entity. He stood at the precipice, teetering between his innate selflessness and the promise of transcendence through horror's awakening. In the pulsating heart of the night, amidst ancient relics and forbidden lore, Alex made his choice. In the deafening silence that followed, he surrendered to the allure of the void, joining the cult and the cosmic entity they worshipped. Alex Rain, the investigator, the tormented soul, the altruist, was no more. In his place stood a vessel for the unfathomable, a testament to the mesmerizing pull of the abyss. Silver Spring returned to its sepia-tinted slumber, its tranquility undisturbed by the cosmic drama that had just unfolded. The antique shop, an ordinary building once, now stood as a monument to the cosmic horror that lurked beneath the veneer of mundane life. In embracing Eldroth, Alex had not only transformed his destiny, but had also cast long, unending shadows upon the town, marking the end of one tale and the chilling beginning of another. Through this journey, the shadows of his past were reclaimed, not in the way he had initially desired, but in a manner most unexpected. He had stared into the abyss, and the abyss had stared back, consuming him whole, and in the process gave birth to a story that would echo through the annals of cosmic horror. We appreciate you tuning in. If you fancied the content, show your support with a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to keep up with our eerie adventures. Eldritch Tales Factory has plenty more to offer. Until next time.